So you can choose your philosophies here. You can choose what your mantra is going to be. I love that Sheila is sold out to replacing trash value policies for her community and everyone that's really got it. That is what rocks her boat, and she sold out to it, and she should make $20,000 a month. She deserves it. When I was 18 years old, I really didn't know anything other than football, right? And my single mother was raising my sister and I. My sister came to visit my office yesterday, and we were talking about times where we grew up. And we would see my mom work 60, 70 hours a week and come home just dead tired, driving to the Pentagon, getting on I-95. She worked for the government, right? Sitting in traffic, and then coming home and starting job number 2, which was being a mom, right? So with limited options, seeing my mom always tired, not really progressing as a family, I always thought there has got to be something better out there. It's a normal thought, right, for a kid in my predicament? So when I turned 18, I got introduced to a random guy because I always think about how the story happened, right? If you think about it, Samir calls a resume, and that's Dante. Dante prospects a manager inside of a Foot Locker. That's Shondell's father. Shondell's father talks to a guest that comes in to buy sneakers, and that was the guy that found me at one of our mutual friends' 18-year-old birthday dinner. That friend picks me up, drives me from Woodbridge all the way to Herndon. I didn't even know Herndon existed. In Woodbridge, we don't talk about places like those. What's funny about that is
What day of the week was our meeting where I met with you?
Probably a Tuesday?
No, it was a Sunday morning. It was the night after the party. The next day he's like, I want you to meet. So I'm 30-something years old, and then two 18-year-olds are like, hey, Sunday morning, you want to meet? I'm like,
I always say this, a tall, brown, handsome man. Hey, single, no kids, making $250,000. No, wait, 150. Woke up on a Sunday morning. God bless this man for that. And 7 years of hell I would give him, rain on him, moving. And by rain, I mean something else. But I met him, and I mean, what if he never made the phone call to call Dante? Yeah. What if he never made the phone call? So, whatever your mantra is, or whatever you want it to be, it's your choice in Primerica. You can decide, I want to be a top producer. You can decide, I want to have the most people in attendance. You can decide, I want to be the top securities producer. You can decide, I want to be number 1 at my level, district leader and above, division, regional, RVP. You can decide. That's the point, is you can decide, Elijah. It's your choice. Anybody told you to go to the gym when I called you? Hey, I'm in the gym. No, it was you, right?
Yep.
You showed up to put that work in. Well, I decided to make my mantra overrides. Can you say it with me?
Overrides.
And the reason that is because day 1 I sat down with Samir and he taught me the difference between active income and passive income. Now, I had already read a book just haphazardly at 16 years old called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Anybody heard of that?
Yeah.
Okay. I read it, but I didn't really understand what I was reading. I'm in different classes in high school. I'm not paying attention to my teachers. I've got 1 high school. I'm not paying attention to my teachers. I've got 1 headphone in my ear. I'm YouTubing, Robert Kiyosaki, Bill Gates, Larry Ellison, Steve Jobs, guys that had done incredible things business-wise with their lives, because that's what interested me. See, I looked on TV and it seemed like everybody that had what I wanted was either singing, dancing, or acting, okay? And the problem with that is I don't sing, I can't dance, and I don't look good, you know what I'm saying? So there had to be a better way, and for me that was business. So he taught me the difference between active income and passive income as it pertains to the Primerica opportunity, okay? See, I have so many people come into my office today, and it's almost like history repeats itself, Dante, right? People are like, but what about real estate? You get into some real estate, if you invest and you buy and you rent it out and you flip them, right? Samir and Shaq had a friend, he would always say, man, I'm flipping some houses. I'm going to flip you out of my office. How about that? Right? Why is Primerica recruiting opportunity the best opportunity? There's a lot of opportunities out there, guys. Make no mistake about it. We live in the greatest country in the world, okay, in terms of opportunity. People flee their countries to come here, not the other way around. But with that being said, with so many different options, anybody ever scroll on Netflix for a long time and, dang, I still haven't picked a movie, Well, why haven't you decided to become a double-digit recruiter? There's a lot of different things you could do in Primerica. You could be, I was just on a phone call with my mortgage babysitter, that's what I call him, from Rocket Mortgage. He's calling me, he's telling me there's refi opportunities from previous clients that I had spoken about last year, okay? Rates are dropping, and I took 30 minutes, and I was a little shameful about that yesterday. I got off the phone, and I felt as though, my actual business, what I sold out to, the recruiting opportunity, was like, man, you cheated on me? Because I took a 30-minute mortgage phone call. I'm sold out to overrides. I'm sold out to ownership. I came here to build an asset that produces income without me needing to be there. Xander put together a audios chat where there's a lot of different legends on this Telegram chat, just talking about how to win, basically. And a guy, his name's Bob Safford. Man, this guy, I was listening to it this morning, this guy left the country to expand our Primerica company in London for 3 years, and every month while he was gone, his business grew for 3 years. Imagine leaving your source of income for 3 years, and not only do you keep making money, but your income goes up. That's why I joined Primerica. That's what I'm sold out to. Raise your hand if you have not double-digit recruited in your career so far. Okay. So double-digit recruiting, guys, is honestly how we're going to move this hierarchy to the next level. We need more double-digit recruiters. And, 10. It starts at 10. I'll do another training at another time on sort of like the how-tos. I've already done it a million times, but I'll do like an intricate training on getting to 10, why it's so crucial, what it can do for your business. Not just to hit the number 10 to say I'm a double-digit recruiter, but because of all the different things that come from it. So, when I sat down with Samir, he showed me all the different benefits and outcomes from selling out to becoming essentially a regional vice president. But that starts with double-digit recruiting. Number one, comparatively speaking to other franchises, there's no startup franchise fee. Like McDonald's, hey, there's a 99% success rate. You will make $250,000 a year doing nothing, owning a McDonald's. The challenge is it costs $1.2 million to capture one. If you don't have $1.2 million, no McDonald's for you. I'm reading a book that the founder of Remax just put out maybe 3 to 6 months ago, and he's talking about, I'm on literally the chapter about franchising. He's talking about how much he charged his franchisees to go into business with him. I mean, there are people who are paying an extensive price to go into business for themselves. What was the price you paid? Nothing. You paid a background check fee. There's no staff expenses. It costs nothing to recruit. It costs nothing to recruit. What does it cost to bring someone on board for Anisha at one Subway? It costs money to train that person out of your pocket, right? What does it cost for inventory at these businesses? It costs money to bring people on board and to bring products on board, right? What do you guys pay? $25 a month of a tax deduction at the end of the year? There's no staff expenses. Number 3 is profit margins are staggering. Anybody know what a profit margin is? You know what a profit margin is, Grant?
Yeah.
What is it?
Percentage of money you're making on revenue.
That's it. And you'll be lucky if it's 5% owning a restaurant. Like, that means 95% of the money you bring into your restaurant goes to bills. You guys keep 100% of the money that comes into your pockets. That is incredible. Multiple sources of income. Not just one, but multiple. I have an opportunity this month to make money from the life insurance sales I go get, the life insurance sales my agents get, the securities transactions that I go get, the securities transactions that he goes and gets, and the mortgage transactions that I go and get. Now, if you're an RVP, add those 5 things to the bonuses that they get, the overrides they get, the equity that they get. The industry need is constantly going up, guys. Increased sales for teams is what comes from that. The demand is constantly going up. That doesn't exist in every other industry. The demand is not always going up. And then the last one is long-term wealth. Okay? If you make a decision to become a double-digit recruiter, what's going to happen is other people are going to copy you. When that happens, you're going to amplify the licensing ratio on a monthly basis. Then you're going to become a regional vice president. And then you're going to produce regional vice presidents. And you're going to benefit 7 years later from a Sunday morning meeting as a single, tall, brown, handsome man that didn't want to wake up. 7 years later. So somebody says, yeah, Josh, I hear what you're saying, but my family owns real estate. And there's a lot of opportunity in the real estate world when you buy some properties. I got you. I would venture to say that the average RVP here that knows what they're doing and is working even just a little bit makes $20,000 to $25,000 a month. So let's say that the average home in America is $300,000. If you put 20% down, initially that's $60,000 you just put as a down payment. If the mortgage on that $300,000 home is $1,500 a month, and you charge $2,000 a month, how much are you earning? $500 a month. Cash flow, as they say, right? So at that pace, you know how many properties you would need to make $25,000 a month? Which a regular RVP, not a big RVP, a regular RVP makes here in overrides. 50 properties you would need to make $25,000 a month. Guys, that's $3 million of down payments over time. See, I'm just an 18-year-old kid that comes from a single mother who comes from the boogie down Puerto Rican Bronx of New York, where they don't teach any of this stuff. Where was I gonna get $3 million? See here, you got 100 licensed agents. If you can focus, just laser focus over the next 35 months till next convention, make it your business to develop 100 licensed agents. Those 100 licensed agents, if you train them right, they'll go out and get 50 transactions. Guys, if the average override as an RVP is 50%, you make $25,000, which is what the real estate opportunity is doing with $3 million down. But what did it take? Did it take $3 million down? No. What did you pay? No upfront startup costs, no franchise fees. By the way, when you go out and get a transaction, does Primerica say, oh, that's my opportunity, I provided the insurance, I provided the platform, I provided the resources, I gave you the RVP, I gave you everything, so you give me 25% royalties. No, they don't do that, but Subway does that. But McDonald's does that, 7-Eleven does that, H&R Block does that. Primerica doesn't do that. $25,000 a month in overrides plus a 20% bonus on the $50,000 is another $10,000. What's that total? $35,000 a month. Do you know how much you need to make in the United States to be a part of the top 1%? 400,000, baby. 400,000. That's how much. That's what this is. 35,000 a month is 400,000. And we got someone teaching us who's a part of the 1% club of the United States. If you don't know, Zach, you can sell your business, your Primerica business, for 10 times what it's worth. 10 times what it's worth. Okay? So I rounded it up. I think it was 450,000, 35,000 a month. So close to 500,000 times 10, that's 5 million you could sell your Primerica business for. But why would you sell a $5 million asset that's producing 35,000 a month without you needing to do anything? You wouldn't. Oh, that's why I did that, because securities. It bumps it to 50K a month if you throw some securities in there. Guys, this is the greatest business opportunity in American business. But how you view it is everything. Right? Relationships end, business partnerships end, all because you don't treat it with the respect and the value that it deserves. So what you do when you leave here, right? We're going into week 2 of August. I saw an Instagram post the other day of New York, where they have the big tree, Manhattan, and they said, this is New York in 4 months. And all the Christmas music and blah, blah, blah. That's scary. 35 months from now, next convention, what you do today will, like they say, echo in eternity. So I appreciate you guys. Go get your RVP contract, overrides, bonuses, ownership, company stock. It's up for the grabbing for you guys. Go get it. Become a double-digit recruiter. So next time I ask, you don't raise your hand whether you haven't double-digit recruited or not.